The midnight bathroom trap, and the spoonful that breaks it. It's 2:47 a.m. Again, you wake up groggy, frustrated, fumbling in the dark to find your slippers, then carefully shuffle your way to the bathroom. And once you're done, you lie back in bed, but sleep doesn't come so easily. You toss, you turn, you stare at the ceiling, wondering if this is just what aging means now. Multiple nightly trips to the toilet, broken sleep, and groggy mornings. But what if I told you that a simple spoonful, yes, just one spoon before bed, could gently retrain your bladder, calm your prostate, reduce fluid buildup, and help you sleep through the night without waking up to pee? This is not some viral gimmick or miracle pill. It's a method backed by urologists, sleep researchers, and traditional medicine experts who've studied the unique nighttime challenges older adults face. And it works because it doesn't just treat the symptom, frequent urination. It targets the real causes. From hormone imbalances and salt retention to inflammation, weak pelvic nerves, and even poor circulation. You're about to discover exactly how one spoonful of the right natural mixture can dramatically reduce nighttime urination, also called nocturia, after 60, 70, and even 80. But first, let's talk about why this happens in the first place. Because it's not just aging, it's fixable. Most seniors are never told the full story. You hear, it's your age, or it's just your prostate, or worse, it's normal. But the truth is, if you're getting up once per night, maybe twice, and your bladder empties fully, you might be okay. But if you're waking up more than twice, if you feel the urgency suddenly, or if you still feel tired even after sleeping 8 hours, that's a red flag. Something's out of balance. And here's the kicker. Every time you wake up to pee, even if it's just for 60 seconds, your brain's sleep cycle gets shattered. Your body doesn't enter deep REM sleep again as easily. And that broken sleep leads to weaker immunity, brain fog, blood sugar spikes, low testosterone, and chronic inflammation. That's why solving nighttime urination is about more than comfort. It's about health. It's about longevity. So let's ask the big question. Why do older adults urinate more at night, and why does it get worse with each passing year? There are 5 core reasons. Lower production of antidiuretic hormone, ADH, which normally concentrates urine at night. Enlarged prostate in men, which compresses the urethra and makes full emptying harder. Overactive bladder muscles or weak pelvic nerves, which misfire, sending false signals to the brain. High nighttime salt or fluid retention, which leads to fluid shifting from legs back into circulation when lying down. Increased inflammation and oxidative stress in the bladder wall, which reduces stretch and comfort. Now here's the game changer. There is a natural mix of ingredients consumed as just one spoonful before bed that has been shown to calm the bladder, reduce nighttime fluid shifts, improve kidney function, and even gently shrink inflammation in the prostate and bladder lining. This mixture includes natural diuretics, mild relaxants, mineral balancers, and anti-inflammatory compounds. You don't need a prescription. You don't need to chug water at 6. You just need 1 spoon 30 minutes before sleep. And in part 2, I'm going to tell you exactly what's inside that spoon, how each ingredient works in the body, when you'll start noticing results, and how to make the mix at home or find it safely from trusted sources. But before we go there, I want to leave you with this. Frequent nighttime urination is not a normal part of aging. It's a signal. And just like we listen to signals from our heart or our blood sugar, we have to start listening to what our bladder is trying to say. It doesn't need drugs first. It needs balance. It needs restoration. And sometimes that restoration starts with a single spoon. So if you're tired of waking up 2, 3, even 4 times a night to pee, if you're sick of the sleep debt, the stress, the brain fog, stay with me. because you're about to take back your nights. The Spoonful Solution. Ingredients that calm your bladder while you sleep. Now that you understand why frequent nighttime urination, also called nocturia, is more than just a sleep nuisance, let's dive straight into what you've been waiting for. What exactly is in that one spoon before bed that's helping thousands of older adults sleep through the night without waking up to pee? This isn't some trendy internet hack or untested folklore. These ingredients have been studied for their direct impact on bladder health, kidney fluid regulation, prostate relaxation, and even sleep enhancement. When combined into a specific ratio and taken at the right time, they become a gentle, natural alternative to over-the-counter bladder pills, many of which cause dry mouth, dizziness, or even confusion in seniors. Here's the formula, carefully selected to target every root cause of nighttime urination. Pumpkin seed extract, or powder, ½ teaspoon. Pumpkin seed is one of the most clinically studied natural ingredients for urinary control and prostate health, especially in men over 60. It contains phytosterols and zinc, which have been shown to reduce inflammation in the bladder wall and gently lower the volume of residual urine left behind after you void. In simple terms, it helps you empty your bladder more completely before bed, so you're not waking up with half a tank at 2 a.m. But it also benefits women. Pumpkin seed compounds help relax the detrusor muscle, the one responsible for squeezing your bladder. In overactive bladder patients, this muscle fires too often, creating urgency. With pumpkin seed, those false signals start to calm down. You feel less pressure, and less pressure means fewer wake-ups. Tart cherry concentrate. ½ teaspoon. Tart cherry isn't just a sleep aid, it's a bladder whisperer. Why? Because it helps increase natural melatonin production, the hormone that regulates your circadian rhythm. But unlike synthetic melatonin pills, tart cherry supports the body's own rhythm without knocking you out or making you groggy in the morning. Even more interesting, tart cherry contains anthocyanins, which reduce inflammation in the bladder wall and may help ease the discomfort that triggers nighttime urgency. And if you also suffer from aching joints or light leg cramps that keep you restless at night, this ingredient does double duty. It gently supports pain reduction, helping your whole body rest easier. Magnesium glycinate, ¼ teaspoon. Optional but powerful. Magnesium is the most common mineral deficiency in adults over 60. And guess what one of the symptoms of low magnesium is? Bladder spasms. When your nervous system lacks this calming mineral, the nerves that control your pelvic floor, bladder, and prostate can become overreactive. That's why many people feel the urge to go even when their bladder isn't full. Magnesium glycinate is the gentlest, most sleep-supportive form of magnesium. It helps relax the nervous system, reduce muscle tension in the bladder, and supports deeper sleep. This makes it the perfect inclusion in your nighttime spoon, especially if you also struggle with anxiety or trouble falling back asleep after using the bathroom. Apple cider vinegar plus raw honey, 1 teaspoon mix. While optional, many seniors find incredible results when they blend their ingredients with a mix of apple cider vinegar and raw honey. This combination helps reduce nighttime sugar spikes, which can trigger more urine output, acts as a natural anti-inflammatory, promotes gentle detoxification of the kidneys, flushing out irritation-causing waste before you lie down. Mixing a ½ teaspoon of raw honey with ½ teaspoon of apple cider vinegar adds both taste and gut-healing benefit to the blend. And honey, especially raw, is shown to enhance sleep latency, meaning it helps you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. How to prepare the spoonful before bed. Here's how you do it. About 30 to 45 minutes before bedtime, mix the following into a small spoon or cup. ½ teaspoon pumpkin seed extract, powdered or liquid form. ½ teaspoon tart cherry concentrate, liquid. 1/4 teaspoon magnesium glycinate, powdered form, optional. Add 1 teaspoon of warm water or mix with ½ teaspoon honey plus ½ teaspoon apple cider vinegar if desired. Stir gently and take it directly by spoon or as a tiny shot in a small glass of warm water. Then brush your teeth, dim the lights, and allow your body to begin slowing down. This isn't a take it and pee no more in 24 hours type of fix. It's a gentle recalibration of the body's natural systems. Most seniors report noticeable reduction in nighttime trips within 5 to 7 days, better sleep quality by week 2, stronger bladder control and less urgency by week 3. The real magic happens when you pair this with basic lifestyle habits, elevating your feet before bed to drain leg fluid, limiting fluids after 7 p.m., and doing light breathing or pelvic floor exercises. But even on its own, this spoonful has helped thousands of people over 60 reclaim their nights. Now, let's answer a question I get all the time. Is this safe to take with medication? For most people, yes. But always check with your doctor if you're on diuretics, blood pressure meds, or have advanced kidney issues. The ingredients in this mix are gentle, food-based, and well-tolerated. But personalized advice is key if you're managing complex conditions. Why your bladder wakes you up and how to reset it naturally. By now, you know what to take before bed. A spoonful of pumpkin seed extract, tart cherry concentrate, optional magnesium glycinate, and possibly a splash of apple cider vinegar and raw honey. But you might still be wondering, why is this happening in the first place? Why does your bladder wake you up at 2 a.m., 3:30 a.m., and again at 5? Is it just aging? Or is something inside your body out of rhythm? The truth is, your bladder has a biological clock, and after 60, that clock can get wildly out of sync. But the good news is, it can also be retrained. Let's start with the hormone no one ever talks about, antidiuretic hormone, or ADH. When you were younger, your body naturally released more ADH at night. This hormone's job is to tell your kidneys, hey, slow down on the urine production, we're sleeping now. That's why most healthy adults can sleep 6 to 8 hours without needing to urinate. But as we age, our ADH levels decline, especially after 60. And without enough ADH at night, your kidneys keep producing daytime levels of urine while you're trying to rest. This is one of the key causes of nighttime urination that has nothing to do with your bladder or prostate. It's a hormonal rhythm issue. And if you don't address it, no amount of Kegels or pills will fix the problem. But there's more. If you've noticed your ankles swell during the day or your legs feel heavy in the evening, that's another sign. It means you're experiencing something called nocturnal fluid redistribution. Here's what happens. During the day, gravity pulls excess fluid into your lower legs. You may not notice it, or you might see light swelling in the ankles. But the moment you lie down at night, that fluid starts to re-enter your bloodstream. Your kidneys interpret this as a sudden rise in volume, and boom, they start producing urine. It's why you often feel the first urge to go within an hour or two of falling asleep, even if you didn't drink water after dinner. So how do we fix this? We address both the hormonal imbalance and the fluid shift timing, naturally. Here's how. 1. Reset your fluid clock. Leg drain protocol. Each night, 1 to 2 hours before bed, lie down and elevate your legs slightly, either on a pillow, ottoman, or against the wall if you're flexible. Do this for 15 to 20 minutes. It helps drain excess fluid from the legs back into your system before you go to sleep, so your kidneys can flush it out while you're still awake. This single change can reduce early night awakenings by up to 40% in older adults, especially those with edema or circulation issues. 2. Support ADH production the natural way. Instead of turning to synthetic hormones or risky medications, you can support your body's natural ADH rhythm by improving sleep hygiene and nutrient signaling. Here's how. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Light disrupts melatonin, and melatonin directly supports ADH release. Eat light at night. Heavy evening meals suppress deep sleep and interfere with hormone pulses. Try tart cherry concentrate, which supports melatonin and ADH function. Take a short morning walk in sunlight, which helps reset your circadian hormone rhythm. Many people don't realize this, but your night starts in the morning. If your internal clock is off, if you're going to bed at midnight, using screens at 11 p.m., and eating dinner at 9, you're essentially confusing your body. And a confused body doesn't produce ADH correctly. It doesn't protect your bladder. It just follows chaos. That's why a regular bedtime, early light exposure, and sleep-focused nutrition are key parts of retraining your bladder clock. 3. Don't dehydrate. Just time it right. Some seniors make the mistake of drastically cutting water after 4 p.m. in fear of nighttime trips. But this backfires. When you're dehydrated, your urine becomes more concentrated, which irritates the bladder and actually makes you more likely to feel urgency. Instead of cutting fluids entirely, space them wisely. Drink most of your water earlier in the day. Reduce fluids slowly after 7 p.m. Avoid caffeine and alcohol after 5 p.m. Both are bladder stimulants and diuretics. And remember, that one spoonful before bed we discussed in Part 2 doesn't add much fluid. It's therapeutic, not hydrating. It works with your hormones, not against them. Now let's answer a question that surprises many seniors. What if I don't even feel full when I wake up? This is a sign that your bladder signaling is off. Not the volume of urine, but the nerves in your bladder wall or brainstem are misfiring. This often happens in older adults due to nerve degeneration, diabetes, medication side effects, or even mild cognitive decline. That's why part of the spoonful formula included magnesium glycinate. It helps calm overactive nerve signaling, reducing false bladder urges. So as you can see, waking up to urinate isn't just about your bladder. It's a full-body rhythm problem. Your brain, kidneys, legs, hormones, sleep quality, nerves, they all play a role. And when one of those systems is out of balance, the result is always the same: broken sleep. But here's the empowering truth. You don't need to accept this as just aging. You can retrain your bladder clock, support your ADH levels, reduce fluid mismanagement, and soothe your bladder nerves, all without harsh medications. It starts with awareness, then habit, then consistency. Stop the triggers, the everyday habits making you pee all night, and the final fixes that let you sleep again. You've learned about the powerful spoonful solution. You've discovered how your hormones, kidneys, bladder, and even your sleep patterns all work together or against you throughout the night. But if you're still waking up to pee more than twice, even after trying everything else, the real problem might be hiding in plain sight. Because here's the truth: no one tells seniors. Many of the foods, drinks, and even healthy habits you've trusted for years are secretly irritating your bladder, overworking your kidneys, or confusing your body's internal clock. And until you identify and remove these silent saboteurs, that spoonful before bed may only take you halfway there. Let's begin with one of the most common triggers: acidic or spicy foods with dinner. Tomatoes, citrus fruits, vinegar-based dressings, chili powders, these seem innocent, even healthy. But for seniors with sensitive bladder linings or mild inflammation, they act like fuel on a fire. They cause your bladder to contract or spasm sooner, even when it's not full. That's why eating pasta with red sauce at 7 p.m. often results in a 2 a.m. bathroom trip. Then there are hidden diuretics, foods and drinks that make your kidneys pull more water from the body and push it into the bladder. The most overlooked? Caffeine, of course, but also celery, cucumber, watermelon, and even herbal teas like dandelion or hibiscus. These aren't bad, but they're better enjoyed earlier in the day, not after 5 p.m. Otherwise, they're telling your kidneys, flush now, just when you're trying to settle in for the night. Next, let's talk about medications. Many seniors take pills that unintentionally worsen nocturia. For example, blood pressure medications, especially diuretics like hydrochlorothiazide, HCTZ, can shift your fluid balance late in the day if taken in the evening. Others, like SSRIs or certain cholesterol meds, may affect bladder nerve signaling, leading to more frequent urges. Even some over-the-counter sleep aids contain ingredients that cause urine retention, which means your bladder feels full faster, especially in men with enlarged prostates. If you're on any regular medication and you're still waking multiple times to urinate, ask your doctor or pharmacist if there's a way to adjust the timing. Taking it earlier in the day can sometimes make all the difference. Don't stop anything on your own, but do become an advocate for your own bladder health. Most providers won't know how these small timing changes affect your sleep unless you bring it up. Now here's something even more subtle: mouthwashes and toothpaste. Many people over 60 unknowingly use products that contain alcohol or sodium lauryl sulfate, both of which can dry out the mouth and throat at night. This causes more water consumption in the evening, or triggers dry mouth that wakes you up to drink, which then leads to, yes, another trip to the toilet. Instead, switch to alcohol-free oral rinses and natural toothpaste without harsh foaming agents. You'll likely notice better hydration control and fewer nighttime thirst episodes. Finally, don't underestimate the role of body temperature. When you're too warm at night, due to heavy blankets, flannel pajamas, or an overheated room, your body naturally sweats and then compensates by releasing more urine to cool down. Keep your room between 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. Use breathable cotton sheets and wear light sleepwear. This keeps your nervous system relaxed and reduces the internal heat that stimulates bladder activity. So let's bring it all together. Here's your nighttime urination protocol. Everything we've covered across this video series. The spoonful remedy: 1/2 teaspoon pumpkin seed extract, 1/2 teaspoon tart cherry concentrate, optional magnesium glycinate, plus honey and apple cider vinegar if desired. Take 30 to 45 minutes before bed. Leg elevation ritual: elevate your feet 1 to 2 hours before bed for 15 minutes to drain fluid from your legs and prevent overnight redistribution. Adjust dinner timing. Finish your last meal 2 to 3 hours before bed. Avoid spicy, acidic, or salty foods late at night. Rethink medications and drinks. Talk to your doctor about timing of diuretics or other medications. Stop fluids after 7 p.m. and skip evening caffeine or herbal diuretics. Bedroom optimization. Keep the room cool. Limit screen time and sleep in light layers to avoid sweating and overactive kidneys. And above all else, stay consistent. These are not one-night fixes. They're cumulative habits that retrain your body, reset your bladder, and rebuild your sleep cycle. I've seen men in their 80s who were waking up 5 times a night finally sleep through with just 1 trip to the bathroom, or even none after just 3 weeks. Not because of medication, but because they gave their body the tools to rebalance naturally. You can do the same. If this video helped you understand the real reasons behind nighttime urination and gave you hope for deeper sleep after 60, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and share this video with a friend or loved one who needs it. Better sleep equals better healing. Fewer trips to the bathroom equals more energy, sharper thinking, and longer, healthier days. So tonight, Don't just lie down and hope for better. Take your spoon. Elevate your legs. Follow the steps. You might just wake up surprised, in the morning, not at midnight. And if this method works for you, let us know in the comments. How many nights until you noticed a change? Your story could help another senior sleep better too. You deserve full nights. You deserve rested mornings. And sometimes, it all starts with just one spoon.